Hey, so yesterday I had an interesting conversation where I was asked whether I believe if that life is a mirror, saying that everything that we have inside ourselves is reflected on the outside. And I think there was a phase in my life where I did believe that, because it boils down to that we are responsible for everything we create, therefore we can change it. And that was the phase, I guess. And now I have a little bit of a beef with all of those very simplified narratives, and I think they often do a disservice to the people. And I definitely have a huge problem with people basing their coaching on stuff like this. Also, to be honest, I don't believe it's really true, because when I look at how many people there are that don't probably have the nicest inside and do horrible things to other people and still seem to have a really pretty awesome life at the same time. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. I think when we buy into that narrative, we stop advocating for other people who are really going through immense hardships for whatever reason. And from my perspective, it's just another form of victim shaming and not very helpful, if I'm really being honest. I had to think of when I was, which I can, that I can more relate to. When I was studying acting and specifically the Lecoq approach, we were working a lot with masks, and the idea was that his approach was a lot about that we are influenced by the outside, which means that, for example, we watch a sunset and it reflects itself on our inside, and then we react to that. So it has an impact on us, and that to me makes more sense, that I'm in a certain environment and it has an impact on me if I am allowed to be sensitive enough, and my response is influenced by that impact. So if you want to see it that way, then it's maybe a back and forth. But I just in general have a problem with things that simplify things too much, especially in the spiritual realm, and seem to explain everything, because, to be honest, I don't know why there's so much suffering in the world. I really don't. For me, it's beyond any explanation why there's so many awful, really awful things going on, especially now, and why some people have to go through so much pain, through so much hardship, through so much suffering. I don't know. That no spiritual concept, no approach can ever justify that to me, ever. It's just incomprehensible why there is so much pain and suffering in the world. That's just me. And I think that we often forget that we don't have all the answers, and it is maybe much more challenging to sit with that we don't know. That basically there are many things that are beyond our explanation, and that we need to factor that in. Yes, we can look into why some people get ill and others don't get ill, and there are maybe some explanations like that emotions play into it, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, I don't know why some people heal and others don't, and so on and so forth. And why not have the courage to embrace that not knowing, and saying there's many things that are beyond our personal knowing and explanation. And I think that's a harder truth, to be honest, and to sit with that discomfort instead of throwing around some very simplified so-called spiritual beliefs that often lead to a certain kind of arrogance or also a lack of empathy. I don't care what you believe in at the end of the day. I care about whether you're empathic towards other people and whether you're able to be with them without making them wrong. And any narrative that makes someone else wrong and gives them all of the responsibility for the shit, to be honest, that's going on in our society, because our society is so ill on so many levels. That's, for me, that's wrong. And basing coaching on that it's all the person's fault, all their troubles and challenges, no, I really can't support that at all. It's just not that simple. So that was kind of an Anja rant today. I'm curious to hear what you think about this, whether you believe in the life is a mirror thing. I think I made it pretty clear that I don't. So take good care and have a good day. That was Anja Kersten, life coach and artist.